Live. Hi everybody. So we are going to do a really cute card today. It is, let me fix that, it's cutting off my head some. I know it's going to fall right back down, but we'll see. Maybe? Nope, it just fell again. Oh well, so maybe I'll sink down into my chair. Hey Chris, glad you're here. So anyway, as I was saying, I have a super cute card to show you. It's called a double slider card. It's really easy to make. You just have to do a little bit of measurements, but not much at all, and a little die cutting, and it's going to be really cool. Wait till you guys see it. I have a sample card to show you, and then we're going to do another card, but we're going to use a different stamp set than the sample. But let me show you. This is the card that we're not making this particular card, but this is the inspiration. This card was sent to me by Carol Schaefer, and she is actually on here. Hey Carol. And she made this and sent this to me, and she was inspired by Dawn Griffith. So we are going to make this card. That's what we're going to do, but it's going to be different, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. So you guys, thanks for joining me today. This is Lunchtime Stamping at Noon with Tina, and with Tina. I'm getting all tongue-tied. So I am thankful that you guys are here and joining us today. Hey Anna, hey Lynette. So glad that you guys are here. I hope that you guys have been having a great week so far. This is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. I didn't say it. Hump day. I just said it. So anyway, we are halfway through the week. Isn't that wonderful? It's flying by. This month has been flying by really fast. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been going by extremely fast. Boy, so I am getting out my in color clubs, and a couple of them I have to hold off on because of the markers were back ordered, but they have shipped. They're on their way to me. So as soon as I get them, I will put your package in the mail. It's all ready except for the markers. So thanks for your patience on that, you guys. Sometimes we just can't control shipping and all of that stuff. But anyway, I have a few announcements to make. Speaking of shipping, tomorrow, is it tomorrow? No, I don't know when it is. Yeah, it's tomorrow, the 24th. For whatever reasons, my dates is wrong on this. It says the 17th of March, but it's actually the 24th of March. Tomorrow is free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. And I'll just go ahead and show it to you. Even though the date is wrong on here, it's really tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, the 24th. So hopefully you guys can see this. Free shipping. So it starts at 12 a.m. in the morning Mountain Time, and it ends at 11:59 Mountain Time tomorrow night. They are 2 hours behind us. Utah is, so just add 2 hours to that, right? And then that would be the time that you can go online and order. If you prefer to, well, no, you're going to have to go online and order because it's just 24 hours only, and I won't have time to get your orders and put them in unless I can try. So if you need me to order it, just let me know. Just do it early. Otherwise, just go online. Please use our host code, which is TAUYFCK4, and it's on my desk, so you guys will see it, and I'll list it in the descriptions as well. And then the other thing is last chance product, the retiring items from the mini catalog. That's still going on. That ends June 30th. Or until while supplies last. So you can get up to 50% savings on some of those products, and then plus if you order tomorrow, you save on shipping as well. So that is an amazing deal. So you guys, make sure you do that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it as far as my announcements go. So I don't have anything new to discuss. I know, right, Carol? It does. The older we get, the quicker it goes. So thank you for sharing. That is awesome. So that was a reminder to me. So you guys, if you're watching this, whether it's Facebook Live or YouTube, please share the video because it really does help me out. It helps others to see our love for stamping. And it just broadens our community. So again, thank you for sharing. Make sure that you comment that you shared as well, so that I know that you do, that you shared it. And forgive the mess behind me. I just looked at the monitor, and just forgive it. You know, when you're a busy crafter and you got a lot of things going on, your craft room just gets all messed up. So anyway, I don't think I have anything else. You guys ready to get started? I am. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this phone down. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to cover this up. Hope that I don't hang up on us. And I also hope that we don't have any disruption. I've been having a little bit of internet connection problems again. Isn't that just wonderful? Peachy peachy. Love the internet, but sometimes it is a real pain in the rear. Okay, so there is the host code, you guys. I'll also have it listed. I'll also have a link to the Last Chance products and all that kind of good stuff for you guys in the description. Yeah, still cutting it off, isn't it? So let's move it up just a little bit. Thanks you guys so much for your patience, because I do not have all that fancy equipment, but this works just fine. Okay, so we're a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so let me show you. This is one of the sample cards here that I did that was using this as an inspiration. I used the Party Puffins stamp set with this one, and I just changed it up a little bit. So the ovals, you guys, have retired. So I decided to bring in my layering circles, and we used that. I put a little bit of Wink Estella on the icing, the top icing, and the candle flames. Make a Wish, I used my Stamparatus to do this, and I used my Scotch tape. Here, let me show you real fast. I still have it up so you guys can see. I have my template of my circle. I did have a little extra circle around here, but it's okay. We don't need it. So I placed my stamp right about where I wanted it to stamp. And then what I did was I took my Scotch tape and I covered up Wish. And you guys, it's going to be a mess here, but just to give you an idea of what I did. Then I removed this tape off of here, just like that. And then I just brought it down and stamped my Make A, okay? And then what I did was I removed this. We have to clean this first. Don't forget to clean it, because if you don't clean it, then you're going to have ink where you don't want it to be. So we're going to clean that off really good. And then what I did was, let me make sure I put this the right way. Make a Wish. I just kind of turned it up like this so that I can kind of see where I want my wish to be. And then I just laid it down, just like so. And then I brought my plate down, picked up my stamp. Then you washi tape, or not washi, you could use your washi tape too to cover it. And then, well, thanks, Carol. It is messy though. And then stamp your wish, just like so. And then down you go. And then there's your wish. And then that's how you get that. It's just a cool way of making your stamps stretch a little bit further so that you can do different things with them. So I love that. Some demonstrators have actually cut their stamps, and I have on a couple of them, but this is too easy to do it like that, and then I don't have to cut my stamp. But anyway, that's how you would do that to get that. And then I just stamped my cake on there and colored it with the Stampin' Blends. Threw a little bit of Wink Estella on there. And let me show you. Then we pulled this out just like so. And then there's your happy birthday. Make a Wish, happy birthday. So I thought that was cool. Oh, and this right here, I just did that with my Stampin' Blends. That's all I did. I just drew lines across there. And I decided to put a little tab on this. Well, actually, let me tell you the truth. When I put this together, I didn't check it to make sure that this slider part in the very back would be behind the card base, like so. So I put a little tab on it thinking that I would like that, and I didn't because it still stuck out like that, and I didn't like it. So I ended up taking the card apart and redoing it, but I had put this on here already. So I thought, well, I'll just leave that on there, and I actually think that it looks cute. So you just pull it out, and just like so. So, well, thank you, Carol. I thought it was pretty cute. And so the card we're going to do is just like that. It's the double, it's not just like that. We're going to use a different stamp set, but to make it, you make it the same way. So let's move these out of the way so we don't mess them up. Bring in our card bases and our card stock. So I'm going to be using Granny Apple Green. This is 11 inches, cut at 4 1/4. So you get 2 sheets, 2 card bases with it, and then we scored it at 5 1/2. So you know the other type of card that opens like this, we cut it this way at 5 1/2 and then scored it 4 1/4. But we wanted it to be open to be like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our trimmer. Don't worry about all the measurements. I'll be trying to give you them as we go along, but I will have them posted on my blog. Please give me till tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening. Please give me till tomorrow evening to get them all on my blog and my blog posted. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to put it where it opens up, okay? And you're going to put it all the way to, let me see, I've got my measurements here, to 1 3/4. So you're going to line that up to 1 3/4. Then you're going to just bring down your trimming plate. Now, I would prefer to use a pencil, but none of my pencils will go through my track. So you can do it by using a ruler too, and just measure and make your little dots and then draw your line. But I'm just going to do it by pen because guess what? It doesn't show. You won't see it. So in order for this to go through, I got to hold it down too. And I am just going to draw a line just like so, okay? Just about like that. And then I'm going to move it over to 4 1/4, and I'm going to do the same thing. So just like that. You don't want to take it all the way to the edge of your paper because you don't need it. And second of all, if you don't use a pencil and you use pen, you can erase it, so you don't want your lines to show. All right, so there we go. So we got that. Oh, got a black ink on there. Good thing that's not going to show. All right, so now because a lot of the slider cards were made using the classic label punch and it has retired. If you still have it, if you not still have it, because why would you get rid of it? If you have it, you can use that. Same concept basically is you just take it and you're going to give yourself about this much space in the middle. And then you're just going to slide it up and punch out your holes. But since that's retired and some of you may not have it, I'm using the Stitch Rectangle dies, and this is the smallest one. And I'm just going to center this, eyeball it. If you like to make sure that yours is perfectly right in the center, you can bring in your ruler. And so you know that your card base is 4 1/4, so 2 1/8 would make it a half, would make it center. So you can just do like that and just kind of eyeball that, just like so. So I'm pretty sure that that's center, and it is close enough for me. So now what we're going to do is hold it in place, come back in, and draw a line on both sides of your die. So just like so. And this is pretty easy so far, right? And this is the hardest part. So now we've got that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to line up your die to the edge of that line right there. And you're going to try to make sure that it's centered on in between these two horizontal lines, right? Those are horizontal. I can't say it. Horizontal. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and die cut that. Because of the magic of TV, I've already done that. So there we go. So there's that one. So now what you want to do is you want to take this off and you want to put it on the other side of the line, just like that. And then because again, and run it through your cut machine. And then magic of TV, voila. So now we have our sliders, our holes for our sliders. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside because we do not need that right now. So this is the top, the front of the card. This is your back. It's going to open at the, well, it doesn't open. You're going to glue it shut. But you're going to be working with it with the open end at the top. That is the top of your card. Okay, and I'm going to hide, well, I'll just show you just for purposes sakes. You'll see that all of this you will not see. So it's okay. All right, so now to make the slider mechanisms, we have 2 pieces of cardstock. I chose to use thick because it's the slider part, and you don't have to. You can use just the regular basic white cardstock, but I like the thick better for this. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it behind it just to where you don't see any opening there, okay? And then you're just going to lay it down just like so. Then you're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and you are going to carefully put those right in the center of your cardstock and your hole, so that it doesn't catch on the sides when it slides up, so you have a little bit of room. And then we are going to bring this in, bring another one in, another Stampin' Dimensional, and then we're just going to line that one right in the same place, just like that. Pretty easy. Okay, so then we're going to take the backings off, and we're going to bring in our other little slider mechanism, and then what you're going to try to do is line that up where it's centered, which it's not. Oops, I moved it. So if you move it, don't worry, because you can just line it back up again. Okay, so just like so. All right, and then you can just slide this. Let me see here. I think I'm pretty straight there. No, I did it again. Doggone it. All right, so, oops. I'll get it here in a second, you guys. It really is easy. Let me see here. Just like that. There we go. And then I want this. There we go. All right, now I got it. There we go. So that's all you do, and you want to push down on that. All right, so make sure that that's nice and adhered. And then there is your slider mechanism. That is pretty easy to do, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put our panels, we're going to do some stamping, we're going to put this aside. So let me show you what we're using. We are going to bring in the Sweet Strawberry Bundle. This was in the mini catalog. You couldn't order almost the whole time because it was so popular that it went on back order and then became not orderable. This is now orderable, and it is in the annual catalog, and you can still get it as a bundle and save 10%. So if you want this stamp set, order it tomorrow and get free shipping, so now you've even saved more. You can find that on page 43. Excuse me. And here it is right here. So you got the bundle. There is a separate order number, item number for the bundle. So make sure that you put that in there so you can get the bundle and save 10%. I have to take a little drink, you guys. Okay, and all images are copyrighted by Stampin' Up. So, and if you guys, while I'm talking about the catalog, if you don't have one, I have some, and I would love to send you one if you need one. And not to mention that if you are looking for a demonstrator and you're not currently working with one, I would be honored and thrilled to earn your business. Okay, so now we're going to go to the measurements of what we've got. So we've got our back slider part. We have a piece of white cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 5. I'm sorry, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I got a piece of red on that. Then you have your DSP. I'm using cardstock. This is 3x3. We're going to do a little stamping on that. And then we have our front slider, which is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. We're going to stamp a sentiment on top of that. So let's go with that for right now. I am going to bring in a piece. Oh, here's the last chance, you guys. There you go. Save up to 50%. All right, and then plus tomorrow you get to save on shipping too. It's a no-brainer. All right, here we go. So the sweet strawberry set, I've already got all of this inked up. Hopefully I have my stamp cleaner in here. So I'm using Real Red on Real Red. I'm going to use the little strawberry viney thing, which I don't know what else to call it, but that's what I'm going to call it. And I am just going to come in off the sides, just like so, just to give it a little bit of interest. There are so many different things that you can do with this. You can emboss this. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It is really, really cool. All you have to do is just have your basics down, how to make your mechanisms, make sure that your sliders tuck inside your card when you don't want to pull them out, and then when you pull them out, it's easy, super easy. Okay, so there is our designer series paper. Not really, but we made it, designer series paper. And then we're gonna clean this off because we're gonna be stamping an granny apple green in a minute. All right, so I'm gonna hide all that. So we're gonna put this just like that. I got a little fray right there. Okay, we're gonna glue that down. So let me see, here's the fuller one. Use this one. All right. Oh, so Carol, you like the tab. Well, thank you. I thought it was kind of cute, but anyway, gave it a little something, something. Okay, so we're just going to put this right on here, just like that. Okay, so that's our back slider. Then we've got our front slider, and we are going to stamp "Happy Birthday, You Sweet Thing." And you know what? I don't know what color I want to stamp that in. I think I'm just going to do black just for today. Just do black. So I'm going to use my Memento. I'm going to ink that up. Just, oh, why did that turn all blotchy? Well, it's stamped right. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this down, you guys, because I'm going to try not to put my head in the camera. Let's see here. So I don't know how straight this is going to be or centered, because I'm looking at it at an angle. Well, it could have come over more this way, and I smudged it. So you know what? The good thing of it is that you can flip it upside down. And let me see if I can stand up and do this a little better. So I might get a little louder, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, so we are going to put that right about there. I probably stamped it really crooked. No, pretty good. Okay, so we're going to close up the Memento ink. We're going to put that stamp aside. Now we have our front slider, and that, let me see, so let me show you. We're going to put that on here, okay? But we've got to attach our back first. So what I want to do is I want to slide this up, and I want to see about where I want this. So you're going to center this across your slider. You're going to see about how far it's going to go up. I also want to make sure that when it's in its closed position, this is where I messed up the first time, that it's underneath my card, and it is. So this is about where I want to glue it. Can you guys see? Hopefully you can see. That's where I want to glue this to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put glue on the bottom. You can use your Seal Plus or your Seal, whichever adhesives. Don't go all the way to the edge because this is shorter. So you just want to go just like that, okay? I want to make sure that this is also straight. Whoops, let me pull that up. All right, so we're going to go line this up to where I want it to go right about there. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right, so that's that. So that is done. That part is done. Now I'm going to pull this up to the top because I want to see where this is going to land and where I want that to land on my card. And I think right about there is probably, well, you know what? I'm going to put, no, we're going to bring it down to there. I was going to put something on there. And you can, if you want to put a decoration or something, or stamp an image or something, just make sure that you can put it up high enough to where it will show. But I think I'm just going to do the sentiment. So we're going to put the sentiment right about there. So we're going to put our glue right here. And again, we're going to just put that right about there. All right, I'm making sure that it's going to be centered on my card and that it comes high enough to where you're going to be able to read it. I know, isn't this a cool slider card? It's so simple to make. All right, so there we go. So I'm just going to let those dry a little bit. So now we're bringing in our other pieces. So we've got our front layers for the card. So I've got a piece of real red cardstock. This is 3 5/8 by 4 1/8, I believe. Then I have a piece of Whisper White. That is 3 1/2 by 4. And then we have some scraps because I'm not sure if I want to stamp or if I just want to punch out. So on colored cardstock. So I might just play with it a little bit and we'll see what we like best. I think I'm probably going to stamp them though. So I got scraps for stamping and punching. Okay, so we're going to put this aside. This piece right here, we're going to stamp with the same image that we stamped on the red cardstock, only we're going to use Granny Apple Green. And let me make sure that, yeah, okay, that all that red was off of there. And I'm just going to come in, probably right about here, I think, because we're going to put a strawberry there, and it doesn't really need to be, you won't see that right there. So just like so, and then I'm going to come in from down here, just like that. Okay, so I think I'm good with that because I want room to stamp my my greeting on it. So my greeting is going to be for you. So let me get a block here. Just going to put just for you, actually, is what it says. And I think, we're just going to do it in black too. When you do your card, you can use whatever colors that you like, whatever stamp set that you like as well. Okay, so I think I'm just going to put that right there, just for you. All right, there we go. So now this is ready. This is going to go right on top of here. We're going to layer that on there. Try to get all even sides. Try. Keyword. Try. Okay. So, I'm okay with that, I think. There we go. And I got some little fray bugs there. Let's get those off. All right. There we go. All right, so that's ready. That is going to go, let me show you. We'll put that down. That's going to go right across here. So see how that covers all your mechanisms and everything. So you don't see your lines or anything. That's going to go right on there. So we're going to put that aside, and then we're going to bring in, let's see here. What do I want to do? I think, you know what? I think we're just going to stamp the red cardstock. Okay, that'll be the easiest. So we're going to do simple and easy. So I'm going to take the outline of the strawberry, ink it up in the real red. So we're going to do real red. Let me look at this. Haven't used this punch in a while. So it's going to go across just like so. Okay, so I want to stamp it just like that. All right. I'm just going to do one, I think, for right now. And then we're going to do the stems. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do the outline of the stem. We're going to ink that up in Granny Apple Green. And that is going to go like that. So there's another way that you can do this. If you were going to ink all of these up and stamp all of them at one time, you would cut out you a template. Like here, let me show you. We can cut out a template like so, just like that, okay? And then you just layer your stamps in here, however you wanted them to go, just like so. Well, I think I'm wrong, but let's just see. I haven't done this in a while, you guys, because it is been back ordered for so long. I haven't really played with it. Just like so. And then, let's see, we need a little flower, which I thought I had over here. Okay, so we'll get our little flower. Here's our little flower. So you could do the outline or the solid piece, whichever one you wanted to do works. So you just line that up in there. And then your leaf, which is right here. So you would just do just like that, and I just hit those stamps. It's okay. So there you go. So you guys get an idea. Take your block, and just like that. And then you, whoops, that one didn't pick up. Ooh. But anyway, it would pick up. Let me move this out of the way. And let me see if I can't get this to line up the right way. Ooh, let's change that one. Just like that, I think. All right, so we'll line these up, the stem and the stem, just like so. Oh, I see why. Ah! I had it turned the wrong way. Okay, so just like so. All right, so you guys see what I'm doing, right? Pick that up. There we go. And then you ink that in the color that you want. Here, I'll do, so you guys can see. Okay, so I'm just going to use basic black, just like that. And then you just stamp them down like so. And I know that didn't come out right, but this is just to show you guys real quick how to do it. And then you just line up your piece of cardstock right in there, just like so. And you just punch it, and then you have your pieces. Which I stamped it a little too high up, but we'll manage. We'll manage. Huh? Anyway, you guys get the idea. And then you punch them all out, and then you have your pieces. So that's how that works. That's an easier way to do it, or you can just do them one by one. It's really up to you on how you want to do it. But I'm just going to stamp mine out one by one. All right, and then I need a leaf, I think, so we'll do a leaf. We will ink up a leaf here. So my leaf is going to go this way, I think, right? Let me see here. This is going to go like that, and then my leaf is going to go like that. And then we need a piece of white, because we're going to stamp a flower as well. So here we go. So I know I have a flower because I just did it right here. Let me move that out of the way. And I'm going to do that in Daffodil Delight. So we are going to do that one in Daffodil Delight. I might just do a couple of these. I don't know if I'm going to need them or not. We'll see. All right, so now we're ready to start punching these out. So I'm going to go ahead and punch my leaf out first. Or not my leaf, but my strawberry stem. So all you do is you line it up. I got a little bit of shadowing going in here. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get this right. However I get it, it's going to work. There we go. And then I'm going to punch my leaf out. I may need more than one leaf. But I'm just trying to make this easy. The main part of this card was just to show you guys how to do the mechanism on this. Okay, so I don't need all of these pieces here. I do have an extra leaf though. Okay, so get some of these pieces out of here. Oh, we need to punch our strawberry. So we're going to punch it out just like that, hopefully. I think it's going to be good. Wow. Really having a hard time seeing. All right, there's our strawberry. Okay, and then we need our flowers, so we're going to bring those in, and we are just going to line those up. Try to. Oh wait, that's not going to work. I want to do it this way. I almost punched right into that other strawberry. That would have been not good. It wouldn't have been disastrous because we would have, ouch, just pinched my finger. Make sure your fingers are out of the way. And punched that one and it just went flying. Well, let me get this one lined up. There we go. All right, so I don't know where that one flower went, but it sure did. It went flying. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this up. We've got two flowers. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, we've got a leaf, a stem, which is going to go just like that. We're going to glue that right on that strawberry, just like so. Isn't that super cute? Oh, love it. I love this stamp. I am so glad that it is orderable now. Okay, so we're going to glue this stem, strawberry stem. You can use glue dots, you can use liquid glue, you could even use your seal if you wanted to. But I'm just going to use a little bit of the glue, my liquid glue, because that is my glue of choice. I love this glue. Alright, so we're just going to do that. We're going to bring this back in, and this is going to go right like so, okay? So you don't see where that stem is at all. And then we're just going to put a flower, probably right here. We'll bring one of these out like that, and then that will go just like that. And let me see, maybe another leaf. We need a stamp on this one, so let me see if I can do this. I know, such an amazing stamp set, Carol, isn't it? Alright, so let's see if we can line this up. Probably going to stick my head in the camera. Not too bad. That's what I love about the photopolymer. You can just line it right up. Okay, so we're going to do two leaves. We're going to do just like that and just like that. We're going to put a strawberry, a flower right there. Alright, so that's how we're going to decorate that. And if you wanted to, you could put more flowers. You can just like, kind of like that. You know what? We might just do that too. Except for I wish this flower was going to be down further. Well, we could still do it just like so. Maybe put this one here. No. I know what I want to do. Just like that, and then this one will come here. There we go. I like that. What do you guys think? Okay, so let's go ahead and get to gluing. I'm also going to use some dimensionals on these. So I don't think I have any more of my minis, which minis would be perfect for these little flowers, but the big ones fit on there too. That will work just fine. We're going to pop that one up. We're going to pop this one up too. So we're going to put another dimensional right on there, like so. And that's going to go right there. And then we are going to do our thing. So I'm just going to take a little glue, put it on the back of this, just like that. That's going to go like that. This one was going to go like that, right? I think. Well, that's where I'm putting it. That's where I'm going to put it. And then this is going to go right like so. Just like that. Actually, we're going to put this one over like that. All right, and we're going to pop up our strawberry, and that's going to go just like that. And then we are just going to lay this one probably just like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue just on the bottom portion of our flower. And then if you wanted to, you could use a little half of a dimensional or a mini one to put on this side of it, but I'm not going to worry about it. So there's the front of our card. Okay, so now we're going to bring back in our base. And one thing that I forgot to do that I'm going to show you guys real quick, so you're going to have to be careful with your sliders. I'm bringing in, this is retired. If you have a circle punch, use it. If you don't, you can always use your layering circles to cut this out. But just because this is quick and easy, I'm just going to use this. Most of you guys do have circle punches. If you're new to stamping, you can order the layering circles, and those are awesome to have because there's so many uses for them. It's not a waste. All right, and when you punch out your circle, make sure that this is open so that you don't punch out on the back. And when you do your die cutting, make sure that this is open too so that you don't die cut the back out, because this is going to close, which I'm actually going to do right now. So now you can use tear and tape, you can use your Sealed Plus. I'm using liquid glue, and I'm just going to take some liquid glue, and I'm going to be careful not to get it too close to my sliders because I don't want it to stick or get jammed up in there when you're trying to slide it in and out. Okay, and I'm also trying not to get too close to the edge to where my glue oozes out. So then I'm just going to fold this over, making sure that it's even and straight, and then we're just going to press that and rub it. Thank you, Carol. Okay, just like so. All right, I think I didn't forget, I did forget one thing, but it's all right, we can still do it. So to pull this out, we're going to put a ribbon on this, so just like so. Okay, I'm going to pull this out. You can put a tab on it if you want to. A pretty green tab would be pretty to put on that. A white tab, and all you do is take your circle punch or your layering circles and punch out a circle and then fold it in half and glue it on here. But I'm not going to do it for this card. So I got an 1/8 of an inch, I think is what this is, handheld circle punch. This has been retired for a long time, but you can use anything that you have that makes a small circle. All right, so the ribbon that I'm going to use, and I'm hoping this is still current. I meant to check to double check, but if it's not, you can use any ribbon that you want, but I am using the scalloped lace trim, and I'm going to cut me a piece that's going to be long enough to do what I want it to do. So I'm going to cut it at an angle too, so that it will go through the hole easier, hopefully. So I'm going to punch it, or not punch it, but pinch it to get them both ends to go through. I'm coming in through the back, just like that, and we're going to grab it and pull it through enough to where you have a loop like this, and then you are going to pull the two loose ends under and through the loop. And then what you're going to do is, because your cardstock, you don't want it to tear, just keep pulling one side at a time until you get it to the tightness that you want it to do. So there we go. And then you can trim these to the size that you want. So I'm just going to trim these down just a little bit, like so. Then this is going to tuck back down in there, just like that. Now we're going to attach our front panel. So you want to be careful when you do this. You're going to use dimensionals again. You want to be careful that you don't get them caught up in the track of your slider parts. So you're going to just kind of eyeball this a little bit of where you kind of want this to go. So about there, and then I'm going to put a dimensional right, well, let me see here. All right, so I'm going to put it down here, as close to the bottom as I can get. All right, just like so. And let me check that and make sure that we're going to be all right, and I think that we are. I think I want it to go lower than my track. Let's see, I hope. Maybe not. Okay, so like that. We're just going to go for it because I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to put this over here as far as I can get it because you don't want it to interfere with your slider. So this could be a little tricky actually, but it's fine if you just pay attention to where you put it. And if you put it somewhere where you don't want it, it's not a big deal. It can be removed. You just got to be careful of how you take it off. That's all. All right, so I think we're good. I hope. We're going to find out here. And no. I put those way over too far. All right, so I was thinking that would work because I was trying to make it a little easier on you guys, but just put them over on your panel as far over to the side as you can, so, because you don't want them to show. I don't know what I was thinking, but it works. Promise you. Just like that. I think we'll be okay. You just don't want your dimensionals to stick out the side. All right, and of course you can't put any in the center because it will interfere. Won't be able to slide your sliders. Okay, so now we're going to just try to do this. I'm going to have to come up so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. I want it to go right about there. I hope. I'm not going to push that down very hard because I just want to test this out. So, nope, it's sticking on something. See, you got to be very careful on how you do this. And I know I got this right on my first card, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to get it on this one. Let me see. I promise you, it's really easy. Alright, so that is going to go. And we got to be careful with the top because you want the top to be covered. Let's see if this works. I'm not pushing those down. No, I still can't get it to, what is it? It's sticking on something. Maybe it's one of these center ones, so we won't put the center one. Or we'll put it, yeah, we won't put the center ones. Okay, let's see if that works. I just wanted a little bit more support for it. I want that to come up higher too. So just like that, let's see. Let's keep our, there we go. All right, so don't use the center ones, okay? I just wanted a little extra support in the center so that its center didn't cave in, but it works and it will be okay. So there we go. So there is our slider. So you have your card, comes, they get it like this and they go, oh, how cute. And then they see that it's a pull because you got a ribbon and you got a notch. And then they just pull it open and it says, happy birthday, you sweet thing. And then again, if you wanted to, you could stamp some flowers right there and put them on there. Or you can punch them and glue them flat because you don't want them to interfere when it pulls out. So you'd want to make sure that they're flat. So anyway, that is how you make this double slider card. I hope that I made it easy for you to see how to do it. I will try to have a project list too done for you guys by tomorrow night so that you can download it and print it if you needed to. It will not be a PDF of a tutorial, written tutorial, because you have the video. You can go back and stop it, rewind it, do whatever you want, but the project list will just give you measurements too and all of that. I'm going to try to do that one, but I definitely will have all the measurements and pictures and a click and shop list for the supplies that I used listed on my blog by tomorrow evening. If you're watching on YouTube, it's already there. So you can just click on the link and go right on over there. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today. I really do appreciate you guys taking out time in the middle of your day to spend with me, to have some stamping fun, and to see new projects and learn new things. And thanks again, you guys. Please share the video. Please comment down below. I love to hear from you guys if you're watching on YouTube and on Facebook as well. And oh, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do so by clicking that red subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can get notifications of all my future videos that I post so that you don't miss a thing. You guys are so welcome. You're welcome, Christine. You're welcome, Carol. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, you guys, that is it. Doodly-doo.